According to an ESPN report, Neal Brown can be coming back for at least one more year. In an article by Adam Rittenberg and Chris Lowe, they explain a couple of reasons why Brown may be back yet again for another season in the old Gold and Blue. I'm here to give you my thoughts on that and more coming up right here on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. What is up? Welcome in, guys. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed yourself once again at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Before we get started, guys, do me a favor. Just hit the like button. Just move your finger a couple inches for me. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. We cover the Big 12 here. We cover college football here, and we cover Mountaineers here. Let's go. In an article co-authored by Adam Rittenberg and Chris Lowe, ESPN is reporting that Neal Brown will likely be returning as head coach of the Mountaineers for at least next season. They point to two key reasons for why sources feel Brown will return. The rapid timeline, West Virginia University is set to find the school's next athletic director, and the hefty buyout of $16.7 million that will be owed to Brown to cut ties after the season, which create obstacles that may result in West Virginia deciding to keep Brown around and see if things turn around for 2023, his fifth season as head coach. Athletic director Shane Lyons is out, and Coach Neal Brown's status has been shaky for a while. But West Virginia University will not make any decisions until the end of the season. And several industry sources are saying Brown likely will receive another year under a new AD in 2023. Brown's hefty buyout is clearly a factor. And while West Virginia will run an accelerated athletic director search, the timing to complete both searches by early December are going to be hard. Wow. I'm almost speechless, guys. I don't even know what to say. I thought we were past all this. I thought we were looking onward and upward to another athletic director that was going to pick his or her own guy. And what this tells me is more likely that possibly Kelly Zinn is the option here, who obviously had something to do with the initial hiring process of Neal Brown, who helped construct the contract and the buyout that he is currently signed under. Yes, that's the same buyout that currently stands in West Virginia University's way to moving on to bigger and better things. Shane Lyons has stuck it to us again. You know, not only did he take his time getting out the door, but he also stuck Neal Brown with the buyout that obviously he knew we could never pay. I was never on board with the extension in the first place. It made no sense after a 6-4 COVID-shortened season to do that, and yet he did it, and that's why he no longer has a job. And so here we are. Even though Shane Lyons is gone on back to Alabama, we're still paying for his mistakes. So who is the next person that this needs to fall on? President Gee. Had we let Shane Lyons or Neal Brown or whoever go earlier on in the season, when it was obvious that this season was going to be a wash, we wouldn't be going through this right now. You saw other teams, Auburn, Colorado, teams like that got rid of their coaches way earlier on in the season. Why? Because there's an arms race to look for these coaches and athletic directors. There's competition. You know, it's not like everybody involved here is Alabama that gets to pick the cream of the crop if they have a coaching search. There is a fight to prove your landing spot is the best landing spot for a prospective athletic director or coach. Man, I'm pissed. I'm upset, guys. I was not wanting to hear this. I had already moved on mentally from Neal Brown. His press conference the other day sounded like he didn't even think he was going to still be here. And it just makes you wonder, is Neal Brown still going to actually be at West Virginia next year? Could West Virginia be being used as maybe some type of smoke and mirrors for something else to go on behind the scenes? It's all going to play out. But what it really sounds like is it's all going to depend on how fast President Gee can hire an athletic director who then can hire a head coach. So what do you guys think about this entire situation in the ESPN report? Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think. Would you be mad if Neal Brown was brought back for another year? Is this something you saw coming? Because I'll tell you, even though it's not in stone yet and we still don't know the outcome of what's going to happen, I didn't see this report coming. It blindsided me. And I think a lot of the fans were blindsided too. And, Coos and I were talking about this. We wonder if a Neal Brown is brought back, what that would do to season ticket sales. Will they lose more in season ticket sales than the buyout itself if Neal Brown is brought back? That's the kind of uproar I think the fan base would be in. But at the end of the day, nothing's set in stone. And like I said a minute ago, it's all about how fast somebody can be hired as an athletic director, and then they can turn around and make a hire. That's really it, guys. Just a quick update. I want to thank Mike Ostie and WestVirginiaSportsNow.com for the article. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. Mountaineer Paul is out.
This is for Cameron. Tim Kell.